Hello.
Hey everyone.
Oh!
Who's doing the intro? You or me? I don't know.
We did not coordinate this properly.
No, I knew you were gonna start it off, and I wanted to steal your thunder.
How is everyone doing? I'm gonna be completely honest. Usually I have a pretty well prepared video we're gonna make. I really don't today.
It's gonna be scatterbrained.
A little off the cuff. Although I do have my notes here.
Ooh, that was ASMR.
So what we're going to do today, we're going to talk about 3 different things overall. Timestamps down below like always. And we'll get into our first topic we're going to talk about. Maybe I was planning on making a more involved video about the friendlies that just happened against Columbia. But we're just going to kind of briefly go over them. And one happened on the 25th and one happened on the 28th. United States both won those games. And they both 3-0 and 2-0. So the Columbia didn't actually score on the United States, which is definitely a plus. The 25th game, it was 3-0. If you remember from that first game, I think the major things that we saw is United States didn't score until the 54th minute of the game. So it was still 0-0 going.
Yeah, that was surprising.
Yeah, going into halftime. But if you remember, Sarah, this was over a week ago. USA missed 2 PKs.
I was gonna say, not surprising for how they were actually playing, though.
Yeah, the Columbia goalie was killer out there.
Yeah, she was definitely on it. It was wild. Some
Yes.
wild saves. Good saves.
What about those missing 2 PKs? I don't think I've ever seen the United States miss 2 PKs.
I know. Lindsey Horan first, right?
Yeah.
And then Roosevelt.
Yes.
Almost said Lowe's Ravel.
So that was interesting. A whole kind of controversy with Megan Rapinoe being included. That's one thing Megan Rapinoe is brought in to do a lot of times, make PKs,
Question is, would Rapinoe have made it?
Yes, I think so.
Even though that
goalie was on it?
Yeah, I don't know.
I think so.
Probably because the way they both kicked it was like almost to her, like in the middle. And Pinoe goes for those little pockets.
Yeah. Pinoe, that's one of Pinoe's bread and butter, those PKs. Also, that we're talking about Pinoe, she came into the game. She came into the game in the 77th minute. So she came in and she made an impact from the moment she got in the game. Right. She really did. And also, she had an assist. Taylor Korniak, which also very first cap, and she scored in her very first game.
Sweet.
Pinoe sent her a ball, and it went right in the net. So she made a difference in the game. Pinoe's facials are the best, though. When she gets worked up, oh my goodness!
Like, what the heck? She's throwing her arms up. She's like, "Are you serious?"
Sophia Smith scored 2. Taylor Korniak scored 1. 3-0. I think the United States looked good, but it's still. They're still not. Good. Yeah, they're not. They're definitely not playing at an England level. They're not playing at a Spain level. Then the game on the 28th, which just happened a few days ago, again 2-0. Columbia didn't score, and 2 things happened. First, in the 22nd minute, there was like an own goal, and then I'm gonna kind of jump to the end, but who scores a goal in the 77th minute?
Kelley O'Hara.
Yes, that was pretty wild to see. She doesn't score a lot of goals.
She was shook.
She was shook. Everyone was shook. And
we love to see it, though.
Yeah, seeing Kelley O'Hara score a goal, I love that. It gets everyone so pumped. 2-0. And also in this game, Pinoe started this game, which was kind of fun to see. In the 90th minute or so, Ashley Hatch got a little excited.
Oh, yeah. Now I remember.
And if you remember, the Colombian player did kind of push her. And even looking back, it looks like Ashley pushed the Colombian player first as well. Ashley Hatch did push her down, yes.
I don't think she pushed her down. She put her hand in her face, just pushed her, and then...
Yeah.
that was a flop.
I think the Colombian player definitely tried to sell it even more than it was.
Yeah.
But when you look at kind of the replay, Ashley Hatch really was. I've been hearing if there was VAR or if it was NWSL, that would be a red card because you can't, the way she actually pushed her down in like her face and stuff.
Yeah, but the player also pushed her from behind, which is a cheap shot. Okay, if you're gonna push someone, push them in on the face.
Well, and I think Ashley kind of has a reputation for being like an aggressive player like that.
She's a bit aggro.
And I remember
I feel like that would be me if I played.
In the Challenge Cup, she's the one who kicked Abby Ursig in like the ribs. in the match in that kind of brutal game, and she actually got some type of penalty of some type. Remember that? And then, so she pushed her down. The Colombian player goes down. And then,
I guess she did kind of get her in the face.
Got her in the face, yeah. Back again. And then Kristie Mewis comes kind of out of nowhere to come protect them.
She, wants to fight.
She wanted to fight. But I don't think that's a good look for Ashley Hatch. Or, you got to stand up for yourself, but you got to be careful, too. Columbia was being pretty...
aggressive.
That match, being pretty, chippy.
Yeah.
And a lot of people were saying there was a few times they should have gotten yellow cards to Columbia, and then they didn't. So.
Yeah.
Okay. So what did everyone think about those matches? We really didn't talk much about them, but, they're nowhere near Spain. They're nowhere near in England. Yeah. So they have a year before the World Cup to really, you don't want to go to the World Cup and really do poorly. So.
Yeah, that's true.
I still think they look good, but there's a lot going on. So that leads us to the games that are going to be played on for the CONCACAF Championship, and that will determine who goes to the World Cup. So Monday, July 4th will be against Haiti, just in a couple days tomorrow. Jamaica, Mexico. So those will be exciting, very important games. But one person that is not going to be there for the Jamaica game is Megan Rapinoe. It just was announced that she is going to receive the Presidential Medal of Freedom next week, which the game is on the 7th. So they're having the ceremony on the 7th. So she's going to miss one of those games for this Medal of Freedom, which makes sense.
Going to the White House.
So, this is major. She is the first soccer player ever to be given this Medal of Freedom. And I'm going to have Sara read a little bit about what it means.
OL Reign and U.S. Women's National Team star Megan Rapinoe will receive the Presidential Medal of Freedom on Thursday at the White House, President Joe Biden announced Friday. The medal is considered the nation's highest civilian honor. Rapinoe is an Olympic gold medalist with the U.S. Women's National Team, a two-time World Cup winner, and captains the Reign. She's been a strong advocate for gender pay equality, racial justice, LGBTQIA rights. Most recently, she slammed the Supreme Court's decision to overturn Roe v. Wade, calling the decision sad and cruel. The Presidential Medal of Freedom is presented to individuals who have made exemplary contributions to the prosperity, values, or security of the United States, world peace, or other significant societal, public, or private endeavors, the White House news release said. Rapinoe was having lunch with her teammates June 23rd when her phone rang and the person on the other end of the line said, "Please hold for the President of the United States," according to a story from U.S. Soccer. How did they get your phone number?
Girl, they have everything there, so.
Biden teased her for the red card she'd received days earlier, the first of her career, and then told her the reason for the call. In the moment, Rapinoe said she was overwhelmed. "I'm humbled and truly honored to be chosen for this award by President Biden and feel as inspired and motivated as ever to continue this long history of fighting for the freedoms of all people. To quote Emma Lazarus, "Until we are all free, none of us are free," she told U.S. Soccer.
So this is major, highest civilian honor you can get. It's pretty dang cool, and I'm excited for her. So, and also people like Simone Biles, she's getting this honor. Denzel Washington, Steve Jobs, and Sandra Lindsay, who is a COVID-19 nurse, and 17 other people are going to be honored. So this is really cool. She won't be there for the game against Jamaica, but I believe she's going to be there for the other two. And for a soccer player, this is exciting stuff.
She's going to be in history books.
Yeah.
She already is, but
yeah,
she's definitely going to be in more history books.
Exactly. And I actually haven't said this in a while, but like I said, I used to say this all the time. We will be talking about Megan Rapinoe in 100 years from now. And what did everyone think about that? Congrats to her. Very cool. The very last thing we're going to mention, this is going to be a short video. The very last thing we're going to mention is yesterday, was it the date yesterday? OL Reign played. And I think everyone was pumped because we thought that day was going to be the day we saw Tobin debut for OL Reign. But
that did not happen.
But first thing, Kim Little officially took the field. And she's back at OL Reign. It is only going to be for 6 weeks. I don't know if we've even talked about this on our channel. 6 weeks. But she played yesterday. She played all first half. She even had her and Jess Fishlock hooked up and almost scored a goal. it's exciting to see her. I mean, she's a legend. Exciting that her and Tobin are playing together when they were just playing at Arsenal together.
I know, that's so funny.
Isn't that? So she was there playing. But then, I was getting my popcorn ready. I was getting everything ready. I'm like, we're going to watch Tobin. I was pumped, wasn't I, yesterday?
I know, I was too. I was anticipating seeing her. And then we didn't.
We did see her in her fit, though, that OL Reign's pretty famous for. I love that. She looks so good.
Yeah, very summer.
Very,
summer look.
Looks very San Diegan from San Diego.
San Diego.
Yeah, she looks great there. But we thought, okay, I think a lot of people thought maybe she got hurt in practice. What is going on? But we found out this little information why Tobin Heath didn't play.
Tobin Heath was available for selection tonight for OL Reign, but they decided the most sensible thing was to take it slow with her to prioritize long-term health/availability. Harvey says that if she was on the bench, she would have wanted to use her, so took away the option.
So she took away the option to use her.
Yeah.
So that was good to hear that she wasn't hurt. Laura Harvey goes on to say this.
I was honest yesterday that Tobin Heath was available, but she's been out of training and out of a team environment for a while. We need to be sensible. I know myself well enough that if I had Tobin on the bench, I would want to not be sensible.
Yeah. So if she was available, she would have put her in. And she didn't want to do that. So
right.
She had to stop herself. She had to check herself.
She had to do it like a crock pot, low and slow. I'm so embarrassed. I made myself laugh.
You just make that up now?
Yeah.
I love it. So with Kim Little, she's only there for 6 weeks. You want to make every use of her that you can, But Tobin... looks like they just want to make it, to make sure she doesn't get injured. They ease her back in. But I think a lot of people who went down to the park to watch her play were probably kind of bummed she wasn't playing. But I was kind of bummed we didn't get to see her. They got to see Kim Little, but yeah, what did everyone think about that? Was everyone like me, ready? Had their popcorn, ready to see Tobin, Kim Little?
I don't know where you get this imaginary popcorn, Sarah.
Okay,
it's a saying. Okay, it's a saying.
I did not have my popcorn.
It's a movie theater saying.
But I was pumped but a lot of people think that Tobin's going to July 10th against Portland. That's when she's... Yeah, I know.
That sounds fitting.
That's when we're going to see her out there. But sad we didn't get to see her, but they had record attendance at the place where the OL Reign plays. What does everyone think? Games last week, a lot of people still question Vlatko. The team has a lot of talent, but,
He's wilding.
Also... what the games that start on the 4th, we are looking forward to that. Should be interesting. Most people are saying the game against Jamaica is going to be the game that's going to give them the most problems. That's the game Pinoe's not going to be there for, so we should see how that works out. And what does everyone think about Megan Rapinoe being awarded the Medal of Freedom? I think that's so cool. Also, what about Tobin not playing the other night against Reign? Were you bummed when you saw she wasn't in the starting lineup or on the sub list?
Don't forget to cook low and slow like a crock pot. And on that note, I gotta go. I'm still laughing about that joke. I'm sorry.
You're gonna be obsessed with your joke for years to come.
I know. Write it on my tombstone.
It was a good one. I'll talk to everyone later.
Bye.